see it, how you think about it as wisdom. But it's conceit. Conceit, you're thinking more highly of yourself than you should be or you ought to be. It's a deception. I'm going to use the cute again. It's a deception to think you're cute. I think the reason they're chasing after you is because you're cute. It has nothing to do with cute. Y'all stay with me. Grown folk in here, but I'm going with it. Y'all don't want to talk about it. It's not because you're cute. It had nothing to do with it. It was those 2 40 ounces they had. Somebody gonna get that in a minute. It's that Jack Daniels that they had. It's the last call at the nightclub. I'm talking this way, man, just a minute. You really was an afterthought. They really had their bullseye on somebody else. They selling for you. And they begin to tell you how cute you are. 17, 18, and 19, what he said?
Recompense to no man evil. Thine enemy hunger, feed him.
Now, this is how you overcome evil. Feed those that are against you and want to hurt you. Read what he said.
If he thirsts, give him drink.
If your enemy, a person that hates you and wants to hurt you, if they thirsty, give them something to drink. Read what he said.
For in so doing, thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head.
Come on, read it.
Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good.
You must overcome evil. You must defeat, rise above, and crush evil with good. It's like heaping hot coals on the head. Let's get down to this real quick, then I'm going to let you go. Watch what he says in Romans 13 and 1.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Now
listen, I don't care if the evil is coming from contemporary, somebody on your level, or somebody in authority. When he talks about power, he's talking about people in authority. There's a way to deal with people in authority. You can't be disrespectful to people that's in authority. There's a way to do that. I joined with some individuals about 2 years ago. We're still waiting on, through the Freedom of Information Act, from our Homeland Security person. We put a lawsuit in because she sent out a directive against preachers that preached against the end time. Preached about the end time. She said that soldiers coming back from Afghanistan and Iraq and preachers in pulpits preaching about end time, that we inciting the people. And we filed a lawsuit with Thomas More, a law firm up in Chicago. And I'm waiting on that. They blocking that. They still blocking that. Y'all not in it with me. But it's a way to go against power. You don't do it disrespectful. You can be standing up there lying to me. I'm not going to stand up and say you lied. You may be lying, but I'm not going to stand up and say you lied. Y'all not in here with me. He said, every soul be subject unto higher powers or higher authority. He said those authorities, there's no power or authority that's other than of God. Because God is either appointed it or God is allowing it. God right now is allowing Fidel Castro. Y'all not in here with me. He's not condoning Fidel Castro. Castro has outlived Kennedy, Eisenhower, Nixon, Johnson. Y'all not in here with me. He's outlived Reagan, Ford. He's still on the scene. And I know he's not a worthwhile leader. But if I was in his palace, or if I was in his presence, I would not disrespect him in his presence. But when we behind closed doors, y'all better help me hold the door. The power said, there are no authority other than the power of God. Second verse says what?
Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance
of
God.
So then, when you don't respect the authorities, whether you agree or disagree with them, you disagree in God's ordinances. Read what he says.
And they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation.
Yeah, because if I was to act a nut and disrespect Fidel Castro in his palace, I'm going to come up missing. That's damnation. I'm going to come up missing. If I stood in the presence of Abdul Democrat and I disrespected him, I'm going to come up missing. Well, I'm standing here flat foot on YouTube and he know I don't like it if it ever get to him. See, behind Y'all not in here with me. There's a way to overcome evil. You have to do it with good. Watch what he says. Read it.
For rulers are not a terror to good works.
Yeah, don't be afraid of the leaders. Even the dictators. As long as you're doing good. Don't be afraid. Read what he says.
But to the evil.
It's for evil folk. Folks that's crooked. And of the devil. Read what he says.
Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power?
Come on.
Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same.
Yeah. If you do the way it's set up in whatever nation, I'm glad I'm in this one, because I'd probably be in jail right now. That's why Daniel was put in the line there. Because he came against the power. They said, you can't pray for 30 days. Daniel went got in the window. The Bible said he got in the window. Come on, bro. Now you think about that 1 minute. The law came out. Nobody can pray unless they're praying to the king. He went and got in the window so they could see him praying. Come on. And he prayed anyway. That's why he ended up in the line then. The Hebrew boys, I'm not going to bow. You said bow? I'm not going to bow. They put him in a fiery furnace. See, it comes a time, are we really going to stand up for what we believe? See, it's a way to resist. Whenever what they're telling you to do go against your beliefs and your God. Y'all not in here with me. Read what he said.
For he is the minister of God to thee for good.
I don't care who that leader is. God has them there to serve you. They may go left on you. They may be sending you through changes, but it's a way to get rid of it. You don't have to get an assassin. That's not the way you overcome evil. You overcome evil with good. Y'all stand with read what he said.
But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid.
Yeah, you're going to end up in jail. Don't read it.
For he beareth not the sword in vain.
Because God has put people in authority in government, they have a sword. We have military. We have policemen. We have all kinds of guards and security. That's to fight evil. See, you have to fight evil. See, he's not telling you not to fight evil. I'm talking about overcoming it. See, the reason the woman keeps getting beat down in her house, she ain't overcoming it. I'm going to stay right there. I know I'm telling you something right now. The reason she gets beat down every time you trip is because she has not overcome it. She's fighting against it. She's run to the shelter. She's gone to try to get some help. And she even took out a restraining order. She went through some things. You can fight evil, but you can't overcome evil. God help you with restraining order. Because the Bible says whenever you desire to do good, evil is always present. Y'all better stand here with me. Even in the courtroom, you're designed to do the right thing. You went before the judge to keep him from coming 1,000 feet in front of you. But he's in your mind. You lay down at night and his fear is on you. You're 1,000 miles away, but the fear has been built up. And we want to politics, let them beat them down like that. We can't understand that. It's because they have overcome it. Read what he says.
For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath
on
him that doeth evil.
Read it.
Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
You need to be subject to the higher powers, not just because of the punishment that'll come on you for coming against them, but for your conscience sake. Because God says, the powers that be, I'm either allowing it or I ordained it. He said, subject yourself to the power. If you're in Cuba, you need to go by the customs of Cuba. If you're in Iran, you need to go by their customs. You're in the United States, you go by the United States customs. I don't have to act like I'm in a third world country. I have freedom of speech, and I can tell that lying politician like Timothy Geithner, who's over our IRS, who's a tax cheat himself, he's about to get kicked out. I said 2 years ago, he's going to get kicked out. He's about to get kicked out, bro. He was the one that Bernie Madoff get away. Y'all not in here with him. And he put that lying cheat tax skipping treasurer over our income tax. Okay, I told you I'm going to end up in jail. See, these messages that folks be preaching, they're not preaching the gospel. Why do you think that every one of the disciples lost their lives have done? Every last one of them. Because they came against Rome. Paul he came before. He said, "Oh, noble Felix." What I'm talking about. He said, "I know you know our customs." And he began to tell them how Jesus came about down through 42 generations. Kept telling them different things. And there was another one that Felix sent him to Agrippa. And Paul went down through that telling Agrippa 1. There was Agrippa 1 and 2. He began to tell Agrippa about this dissension of Christ through Abraham down through 42 generations. And when he got through, Agrippa said, "Paul, thou do almost persuade me to be a Christian." We're going to come before parliament. We're going to come before senators. We're going to come before those that are in authority. We need to be respectful. You can tell a man he'll lie without being disrespectful. Come on. We deal with governments all the time. We deal with City Hall. We deal with the councilman. I told you I was at the banquet and the senator came to me. I've been writing her. I told her, I said, "You vote wrong." You know how they do it. I said, "You vote wrong. You vote, this stuff's going to hurt us. You vote now, our utilities is going to triple and double what you just voted on." I said, "You're going to lose your election." She came up to me. "How you doing tonight, Reverend Watson?" My wife, we were at the bank. I said, "Fine." I didn't say I told you something. All right. 2 months later, she lost the election. Bill Clinton came down, campaign for her. Obama came down, campaign. I told you. I've been emailing her. See, you can fight the power, but you don't overcome it with evil. You don't get out and talk about people and demonize people and talk about it's their fault. If it was their fault, you ought to have enough sense how to fix this thing. We need to offer some answers. How many know Jesus is the answer? I'm going to give you some answers. I'm not going to tell you who's following you. I want to stop this thing. Hold it down. The Bible said, read it real quick.
"For this cause pay ye tribute also."
Tribute. Well, let me go back. I don't want to skip over. Well, pay the tribute. Let's pay it. He said, "For this cause pay the tribute also." That's taxes. Read what he said.
"For they are God's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing."
So I don't care if there is a cheat over there. I'm going to pay my taxes. You don't overcome that with not paying. So now I have damnation up on me. Now I'm going to go to jail because I didn't pay my tax. I'm going to be in there with Bernie Madoff. He thought he was going to make off with that. He didn't make off with it. Read what he said.
"Render therefore to all their dues."
Now, dues deal with the fees. They don't call it tax. They call it a fee. They call it a toll. When you're using the highway that they took your taxes to build, now you're riding on a road that they built with your taxes. Now you got to pay a toll to drive on a road that your taxes built. Come on. And then you run through the toll booth or you run too fast. The policeman that you pay his salary with your taxes, now he's going to write you a ticket. Read what the word said.
"Tribute to whom tribute is due."
Again, the taxes to whom taxes are due. Read it.
"Custom to whom custom."
And whatever the norm or the tradition is in the country you're living in, you need to go by those rules. Amen. Read what it said.
"Fear to whom fear."
You should respect those that should be respected, but watch this one. Read it.
"Honor to whom honor."
Only honor those that honor is due. Amen. Honor is a type of respect. But it's a type of respect that you admire. You admire the person you respect. See, he said, fear for fear, respect. See, you should respect the crooked, even if they're in office.